All right, here we go. It's Money Mindset on your Christian Family Radio, helping you to see your money as a tool, not just a goal, with our friends at Lock Shield Partners. With us today, Clark Hayden. And if you're in that younger age, you might think, oh, retirement's way, way down the line. I don't need to think about that today. Or you might be in the group where that's just a few short years away. But we got to start saving for it now, no matter what your age is.
Yeah, that's right, Derek. And, thanks for having me on today. I think when we hear folks ask about New Year's resolutions when it comes to their finances, usually it comes down to something related to their budget, something related to their debt, and then something related to their retirement savings. And when that specifically comes to retirement savings, I think a good way to start about that is to try to estimate what your retirement income needs might be.
And how do we even do that?
Well, it's not easy to do. There's no tried and true method necessarily, Derek, because every situation is so different. I can tell you as a general rule of thumb, a financial textbook would tell you that you probably need to replace around 75% of your pre-retirement income. Mm-hmm. So if there's a household that makes a combined $100,000, they probably need a retirement income of around $75,000 to maintain the same standard of living.
Gotcha.
Again, that's just kind of a basic rule of thumb, but that tends to hold true for a lot of people. So when you think about, okay, gosh, this is how much income I need to produce in retirement, then you can start backing into, well, how much do I need to save to get to that? Mm. And whether you're somebody that's been saving for a long time or just starting off, one of our favorite financial planning techniques is to try to increase your savings rate by 1%. That doesn't seem like a lot. Usually it's not. You may be talking about literally dollars per week.
Yeah.
But when you compound that over the course of 5, 10, 20, 30 years, you mentioned younger people, that can have a really, really significant impact over time. A couple of the other things that I think are always helpful to do early on, Derek, are check on your, I'm going to use a fancy word here, allocation.
All right,
touched on that before.
What is that? Remind us.
Fancy word for risk. How much risk are you taking in your portfolio? It's always good, at least annually, semi-annually, make sure that the risk you're taking in your portfolio is appropriate for your situation. That would be something to ask a trusted friend or colleague or get some professional guidance on to make sure that that's an appropriate level for you. And then track your progress. Every year, it's not a bad idea just to, even if you don't log in and look at your accounts every day, which I would recommend that you don't do. It's not a bad idea, though, at the end of every year, beginning of the year, jot down all your numbers, get organized, know exactly what your balance sheet looks like. That way, it's over time, you can look back and see your progress toward those goals.
And maybe not just track it, but celebrate. Hey, I've put
I hit a new
$1,000.
milestone.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, whatever the case may be. That's exactly right, Derek. So I think that would be my biggest recommendation would be, if you haven't started, start somewhere. Slight increases over a long period of time make a really, really big difference. And then keep the end in mind. Keep that long-term goal in mind.
More on today's topic at our website, ChristianFamilyRadio.com, or at LockShieldPartners.com.